Not live from not New York. Well, it is Saturday night, isn't it?
For another hour.
Yeah.
Then it'll be Sunday morning.
And we're old, so we're at home filming a video. Yeah. So I've been wanting to do this for quite a while, and we just got in a little conversation on the topic. So I thought I might go ahead and do this because it seems really relevant. Now, while we don't hold this opinion per se of Milosevic, because, like I said, the International Criminal Court was fed a bunch of bullshit information back in the day on the presumption that the Cold War had, somewhat ended with the whole fake collapse of, well, at least the collapse of the Soviet Union, but the fake collapse of the Russian government. Anyway, what we were saying was, I'll turn the TV off so I can stop staring at it. Picture Milosevic as sort of a Donald Trump type figure. And hadn't Yugoslavia enjoyed quite a bit of stability before all that happened? Yeah.
Yeah. For the most part. It was a kingdom, and then that, got overthrown by communism.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was a kingdom that eventually got overthrown by communism. Kind of like Russia, with the whole czars, and
Right.
when the revolution happened and communism took over.
Right. Supposable.
Yeah. That's what they teach in school.
Oh yeah. If they teach it in school, it must be true. Especially if it came from Russian professors
Oh, jeez.
that taught our fucking people. Like the only reason why we know it is because that's what Russia told us. I'm sure it's perfectly trustworthy. Anyways, back to Milosevic. Fuck. All right. I should have got more coffee before I started the video. I had an evening nap. And I woke up and they're playing Minions.
Hello.
Banana. Oh, no lightning. No lightning.
That's all you.
Well, at least not here. Oh, anyway. Fuck are you talking about? Milosevic. Okay, so the whole idea behind a Milosevic type character, not the Milosevic that somebody who supports him would know, okay? And this is why this kind of makes you a good person to talk about this. But the Milosevic that Trump resembles, which is the Milosevic portrayed in the Western media, a corrupt person controlled by, Russian mafia, basically, and he was kind of a party animal. Let's just face it. Whereas, Trump is kind of a
Asshole?
yeah, pussy hound, child molest.
What was it that
daughter fuck.
what was it that Hardwick called him the other night? Pussy grabber and
The pussy grabber in chief. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
my
pussy
line.
grabber.
Why are you giving him credit for that?
well,
That's
it
my
hurt,
line.
I heard that's shut up.
Jeez, I can't even. I get no respect. I get no fucking respect. Been lying on camera, but I can't get no respect. Oh, am I wrong?
Yes.
Okay, so yes, pussy grabber in chief is my line. But I appreciate Chris Hardwick. You know, great minds think alike and whatnot. Although, that boy has some learning to do, but he's probably got plenty of time to do it. What is he going to live to? Like 5,000? Like at the rate he's aging?
Right.
In the past 30 years, I've seen him age 2. But anyways, so when you have an example like a Milosevic or like a Donald Trump or Vladimir Putin, okay, but namely a guy like Donald Trump or like the Western media perceives Milosevic, um, what kind of effect do you think that has on the mentality of, say, politicians on a local level that support him?
No, politicians on a local level that support him will make out good. It would be the ones that don't
Right, but
support
do you
him.
think his behavior, his corruption, okay, his
Makes it okay.
conflicts of interest,
Makes it okay for everybody else to have the same
his
things.
harassment of women,
Oh yeah, that makes it okay across the board as long as you support him.
as long as you support him?
If you're against him, you'll be disappeared.
And like the militias were a big issue in Yugoslavia, and we got a lot of militias here. Okay, and they've been brainwashed to the idea that Trump is some sort of savior of the white race, kind of like
Hitler?
those, yeah, kind of like those militias that were propagandized about Milosevic by the Russian media that was in the area. Milosevic was sitting there watching TV and learning shit about himself that he didn't know.
Right.
But okay, so there's this guy. What was the guy with the glasses? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he called in basically Russian regular forces, and the Western media blamed it on Milosevic.
He was
But this
like
guy
the
was a
security-
militia type guy.
He was, but he was also like a top government official doing this shit behind Milosevic's back.
Right.
He was like defense.
No, that was the guy.
secretary.
Yeah, that was the guy that was helping. I'm talking about the guy with the hair. You know what I'm talking about? The crazy hair guy. And then the other guy with the glasses was the one who was helping him, right?
Excuse me.
So if you had militias in a country that, say, wanted to make that country racially pure, like they did, okay, and a federal government, say, like, the one in Moscow or, Washington, D.C., if we actually let the Trump be installed by the KGB, and that's all I will ever acquiesce to. If we allow Trump to be installed by the KGB, because that's all that's happening here. We didn't elect this man. That's for damn sure. What kind of effect do you think his election is having on white racist militias? Like, what kind of plans do you think they're making right now?
The internment camp thing, for one thing. Deportation. People disappearing. The militias are going to turn into the police. There are not going to be any police. There's not going to be any more due process.
You think, like, the good cops are going to just start quitting?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Have you not talked to Joey about what's been going on up there lately? He's even been considering quitting. And he's not even like a street cop. He's just a prison guard. And he's already sick of what's going on and ready to quit.
I mean, if they're sitting there listening to Rush Limbaugh and Fox News and basically just worshiping at the altar of hate all day, the fuck do you think's gonna happen?
But yeah, due process altogether is going to go out the window. The jails are going to be completely full. People are going to be the immigrants are going to be deported left and right. See, the scary thing about Trump when you bring it back to reality without the comparison thing is that people don't know. At this point, we don't know what we're going to get. Because look at how he was during the campaign, all violent and forward and just in your face. And we're doing this and we're doing that and we're deporting everybody who's illegal and we're getting completely rid of Obamacare. Then he starts talking about, well, we're going to keep the parts of Obamacare that work.
I think he's
Only
trying
the
to pull a
criminals-
fucking fast one.
Wait,
He's trying
let
to
me
get
finish.
everybody off their guard, and then he's
Let
going
me
to make all
finish.
his fucking appointments.
Let me finish. So, talking about keeping the parts of Obamacare, only deporting the criminals, this, that, and another that's kind of trying to pander to everybody else, but look who he's appointing.
Right. Exactly.
Bannon talking about the darkness is good and doesn't regret saying it. Like he's not trying to take
Satan
it
is
back.
power. Okay, that's your boy. I've been trying to warn you about. I've been trying to tell you these people were evil at their hearts. Okay. To the sons of Cain, the same people that established the communist, Satanist infiltration of our culture, the same people who destroyed the Christian church, who destroyed our society, who destroyed our morality. These are the people that back Donald Trump and deceive you now.
And see, here's the thing too. See, all you people who are talking, and I understand your point of view. Give Donald Trump a chance. The issue, wait, no, hear me out. The issue is not giving Donald Trump a chance. Look at who he's appointing around him. These are the people who are going to be making the decisions and pushing him to sign off on them. It's not him we necessarily need to worry about. It's the people he's surrounding himself with.
All right. While that argument is usually the case, okay, but hear me out. I think the media, out of habit and out of fear, is trying to rationalize the situation by being optimistic about that. Okay? But here's what's going to happen. Donald Trump is a billionaire with the backing of the KGB. Those people are picked because they have already chosen to fall into line. And all they will ever do is fall into line. They are not there to maintain continuity or competence of government. They are there to further the objective set forth by Donald Trump's campaign, which is to destabilize American democracy. Divide and conquer. That's it.
And that's exactly what's going on.
If this progresses the way it does, I see, and tell me like what you think might happen from there. I see in rural areas corruption breaking out, causing good cops to quit in local sheriff's departments at first. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's going to start at small scale at first.
Right. And then you're going to have protests, uprisings, crime increasing, that kind of thing. And then the militias are going to come help out the remaining corrupt cops, right?
And then we have Ukraine. Trump plus presidency equals Ukraine. That's my formula.
Yeah,
it's a formula.
It's
Trump
really
plus presidency equals Ukraine.
It's hard to argue that. I mean, like I've been saying it for a while. Their objective is to cause a Maidan in every major city,
and it's already starting. I mean, the protests that are going on right now. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that the people have the right to protest, regardless of what you're protesting. It's one of our rights. You know, as American citizens, we have the right to protest, but we don't have the right to go around and violently do so. The people who are going around beating other people up and vandalizing the buildings, what good is that doing for your city?
Okay, but that's only a couple of people. And the whole idea behind divide and conquer, listen, the whole idea behind divide and conquer and the whole idea behind Russian-backed media and right-wing extremist media is to say, look at those couple of vandals. How dare all those protesters be out there? And then they got 150 different RT affiliated channels on YouTube getting well promoted and fake assisted views talking about George Soros funding the protesters and they're all a bunch of anarchists and the Bernie people trying to make all the protesters seem like Bernie people. Even though if you actually look at the independent cell phone videos of people who are there, you see a whole lot of Hillary signs.
Well,
And just like families, and then you turn it on the news, especially Fox News, you see these clips of people burning American flags, and they're never long video that show where they're actually at. And we know for a fact that in Ukraine, that they would fake videos like that to make people seem like Nazis or whatever they wanted them to seem like. That's what I think the reason I cut you off is because that's a programmed response that I know that they're pushing.
And
right
we've
now.
already established that the media is useless at this point. I mean, between hiding all the important shit and only reporting about the stupid shit, and the let's focus on Hillary's emails as opposed to all the lawsuits that Trump has going on, and
right now they're finally doing what they should have done before the fucking election.
Oh, Russia hacked our systems. No shit, Sherlock. Russia's been hacking our shit for the last 5 years minimum.
Russia has influence. Okay, the communist, fascist, North Party of whatever that controls China and Russia, or controls most of China and most of Russia, or however you want to put it, right? They have extreme influence in all search results, on Yahoo, on social media, across the board. It's really kind of disturbing. And it's really kind of I don't want to say pathetic, but I want to say pathetic, but I shouldn't say pathetic. That people still, what do you mean? Why would the government be doing stuff like that? Trump isn't even in office yet. Really? It's never been our government. Okay? Like the whole X-Files plot, everything. It's all been promoted by the KGB. Did not move a muscle just then. Okay, you saw the little black thing just then? That's just the power of my fucking mind. Okay? I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm trying to save your lives. This is the purpose for which I exist. You need to listen to me. We are headed towards disaster. And you can't sit there and say, I don't know what we should do now, when I've been telling you things that have been coming true for fucking almost 2 years now. You're like, no, the Russians aren't sitting there planning divide and conquer in America.
Oh.
Could it be any more fucking apparent now? I mean...
Hi, welcome to reality.
One could confuse me with someone who is getting some sort of memos, like talking points from the government. Okay? But if you look at the dates of my videos, I tell you things before the government knows about them. Which is why I try to keep the fucking government informed, but I don't think email works for everyone right now. I don't think contact forms on most government websites even work right now. It just don't seem like it. Like, I remember back when they did. Okay? And I used to be, there used to be correspondence. Now, since YouTube search results, I mean, you can't fucking find the massive amount of objective information that there is on the internet. You just can't find it anymore. All you can find is shit that's pushing an agenda that's anti-Hillary, anti-establishment, anti-corporate. And if you just know a little bit about history, these are the old communist talking points. And we've somehow made them our own? No. Like, okay, when you have a far right person on one side and a socialist on the other side, both talking about the establishment and how corrupt Washington is, and that's all they ever fucking talk about, that's called divide and conquer. And that's the stuff that I warned you about before any of these fucking people were really running for president. Among other things. So, we got militias foreseeably basically taking over the countryside. What is hard to extrapolate is what would actually become of the cities at that point. And while it's impossible for Americans to imagine this, these militias are out there. Okay?
Let's take a look at the Bundys.
And you know what? Yeah, right? The Bundys. Just because there's a large population in a city don't mean shit to a good plan of a well-organized militia, especially if it has the backing of corrupt police, and especially if the federal government is in disarray or turning a blind eye or both, which is likely to be the case once there's a California secessionist movement and a bunch of militias in the whole middle of the country trying to take over. And if you pay attention to what happened to, say, Bosnia, for instance, Sarajevo.
Yeah, these used to be big, Sarajevo, big thriving city at one time.
See, 3 guys can take out thousands with just one set of mortars. Okay? They just sit there up in the fucking bushes somewhere nearby and just shell the fuck out of a densely populated area all day long. Nobody will find them. This is why we shouldn't have, military style weapons in the hands of white supremacist militias. Okay? Because of history, because of reality, because of the truth behind the rhetoric. This shit is real, people. Like, you're all in fucking La La Land. America, the whole idea of America, has never been in greater danger.
Sorry. Stranger danger.
I was thinking of Carlos Danger.
Danger.
Bang, 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 danger. Bang. Okay. Danger. I really fucking hate that, like, every 4 years, right after an election, especially a nail biter like a nail biter like this one, you get one fucking episode from John Oliver, Bill Maher, Jon Stewart, like one episode from the comedy independent news people. Okay, you gotta wait till fucking January. Like, oh shit, oh boy, stuck with CNN. Merry fucking Christmas, like, jeez. I really hope Keith Olbermann starts making some more fucking content or teaming up with Rachel Maddow or somebody. Like, he needs to get some deals done and fucking produce more.
Well, hey, maybe it's in the works.
Maybe I could help him along. So, yeah. That's all pretty fucked up, huh?
A bit.
Like, I mean, like, what was the big concern about Obama? We aren't quite getting jobs that pay good enough, fast enough. How dare him? Fuck's sake. And I mean, the Trump's just flat out lied to the people in the middle of the country. He can't bring your fucking jobs back. Natural resource exploitation or manufacturing is all that can bring those jobs back. The president doesn't have anything to do with that. There's no companies who want to do that. Therefore, the White House isn't stopping anybody from doing that. You might get some coal jobs back. But is that really where people want to work?
Well, aren't we supposed to be moving away from coal anyway?
Right. The whole world is moving away from coal. You've got fucking sinkhole problems and all kinds of other fucking problems. Because people just digging out the earth. And then you got, the health problems associated with coal mining. And, if people weren't still bitching about Solyndra and paying attention to all the other profitable green energy companies that have come out of the same program from the Obama administration, we might have more green jobs to replace the coal job. But because Republicans spend so much of their time grandstanding and opposing progress, they'd rather make you into political fodder than do something productive for you, which is exactly what Donald Trump has done. Use the working class, white people, and middle America as political fodder to help him steal an election. Not help him win an election. Okay? To have a loud, vocal minority that would cover his ass for him. You're being used as ass cover. Okay?
You're an asshat.
So he could steal Florida, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. And no, he didn't fucking win Ohio. People weren't allowed to vote. Okay? Florida and Pennsylvania, if you go down ballot and look at the results, you have a bunch of Republicans voting for Hillary Clinton and then voting down ballot for Republicans, like most of the Republicans I've talked to were going to do. Okay? Most people who vote Republican, who have moral character at all, okay, who have any principles, who know about, Vladimir Putin or respect for women, that's a pretty wide slew of the Republican Party. Okay, people who know about Vladimir Putin or have respect for women. Okay, like the whole point in opposing Islam is because they're fucking people like Donald Trump. Okay, nah, like just got so frustrated I lost my train of thought. That's not helping. Ah! No, really, what the fuck is it? It's in the middle of a goddamn point. Damn it, I hate it when I do that. And you're not helping. You're fucking playing Wheel of Fortune on your phone instead of helping me pay attention to my dumbass train of thought.
Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention.
So, they're being used to help him cover his ass. Ass cover. That's what I was talking about. Ass cover.
We're not tired.
He's using Trump supporters as ass cover. Okay? Namely, Vladimir Putin is actually the one who's I mean, this I'm surprised they even let me fucking make my videos. Like that's how much evidence I see of KGB media control over this.
They let you make it, they just don't come up in the...
Yeah, they let me put the videos on here so I feel like I have a fucking voice, and then they, do their best to keep anybody from being able to fucking see them is what they fucking do. Oh yeah, so you go down ballot, and you find that your ass covered. Okay, and here's how: the Republicans voted Hillary. Okay, like 20 something, 30 something % of Republicans. When you analyze the down ballot shit, okay, and especially when you analyze the exit polls, Republicans were voting for Hillary Clinton. Okay, especially Republican women. That was proven in early voting in Florida. All right. Then you go down ballot on registered Democrats, and you have the opposite fucking thing that you'd expect: Democrats voting for Donald Trump, voting down ballot for normal democratic measures, voting for legalization of medical marijuana. And then, just like the Diebold glitch, the notorious known hacking glitch, okay, about 1 out of 6 of the Democrats, some reason, got counted as voting for Trump. Even though, I'm sorry, no matter how many fucking Latinos for Trump and blacks for Trump you put on fucking TV, you will never convince me that more than 5 to 8% of them actually voted for Trump. Okay? These people aren't fucking stupid. What do you think? You think a bunch of black people came out and voted for Trump?
Sure. That's why the black guy in line behind me when I was voting was talking about, I'm gonna vote straight Democrat. I said, don't do the straight vote.
Donald Trump was the motivation for black people to come out for Hillary. Okay? Hillary, people would have not have has enthused, and people did. Okay, go back and watch the fucking rallies. Go back and watch shit the day before the election day and tell me people weren't enthusiastic about voting for Hillary Clinton to keep Donald Trump's fascist KGB ass out of the White House. Okay? That motherfucker was scary to everybody. And now you got the Russian troll army on the internet going around acting like a bunch of fucking bullies to everyone. I'm gonna sick Melania Trump on them.
Hello. My name is Melania.
Dude, and look, baby, turn this way. Turn this way, like, look, put your head this way, like that. Right. See that cheekbone? That is similar to Melania Trump's cheekbone. Okay? The fucking high school photo that I posted, that is a straight, that cheekbone looks more like my cheekbone. Okay? That just didn't fucking look like her to me.
I mean, plastic surgery does a lot, but not that much.
Like, she'd have to have had her fucking jaw removed and I don't know what, replaced with a KGB recording device, I guess. I don't know what the fuck. Like...
No, an anti-recording device because she works for the KGB, so she doesn't want to be recorded by other intelligence agencies.
No, they replaced it with a dolphin jaw, so she has sonar. It's like a dying goat. I'm Flipper the goat. They call him Flipper. Flipper, jumping over fences. No one you see will eat your clothes like he. Behold, the Lamb of God.